Because here is a soldier who died and nobody had the time to think of him, to talk of him, or even to remember his sacrifice. We have sacrificed, we will continue to sacrifice.
Mr. 1 second, please. General Bakshi, keep in mind, and let if emotions are running high, let it be. Let people speak from where they stand, right? Everyone has a right to speak from where they stand. I only am raising a couple of quick points. I see 2 hands go up. I know Colonel Kaul, I haven't come to you. And I know that Colonel Thapar, I haven't come to you. I'm just coming to you. Mr. Surjewala, I will come to you as well. The question is, Dil Maange More is not a cola tagline today. It is deeply associated with Captain Vikram Batra. A.
Absolutely.
Secondly, did the family of Captain Vikram Batra ever say that the slogan is the family's private property? Thirdly, would the BJP spokesperson Meenakshi Lekhi have reacted differently if Kamalkant Batra, his mother, was not contesting against the BJP on an AAP ticket? Had Kamalkant Batra not been in politics, would the same things have been said? Is that therefore not a reaction? Is the aggression not a result of Vikram Batra's mother being a political adversary? And the mother has spoken of social service being the reason she joined politics. She is not wearing Captain Vikram Batra's badge and saying I'm fighting the elections based on whose mother I am. And if a martyr's mother is fighting the elections, what's wrong with that?
Different question.
In this state,
I'll ask you.
Meenakshi
I'll ask
Lekhi
you a
has
different
not
question.
done her homework.
I'll ask.
She is a teacher.
I'll ask you
respected teacher.
before making comments, kindly keep quiet and start listening with an open mind. If the gentleman called Major Somnath or Captain Somnath,
Now let both sides speak.
who's sitting here,
Mr. Nayak, let her speak. I'll come back to you. We'll have everyone on. Yes.
If their names had been invoked, would the family have objected by saying that it is being politicized? You're only giving respect to the memory of a martyr. What is wrong with that? Now, when you are labeling me that my words came because she's contesting on AAP ticket, my question back to her would be that all the martyr's family, if General Bakshi's brother's name was being invoked, would they have objected if they were apolitical? Answer would be no. They are happy if politicians remember. In fact, Maruf's question is that the martyrs are not respected and are not remembered. If politicians start doing that, there is nothing wrong with it. That is my point.
1 sec. Now I'm going across to Randeep Surjewala, please, to get a quick counter. Mr. Surjewala. Yes, okay, Maru.
Why only do it during elections?
Okay, the question is why do it during elections? 1 second. Why do it during elections? And 1 second.
I think it's a good thing Mr. Modi is supporting the cause of martyrs, but only don't do it in elections. Do it the whole year round.
I agree with you.
That is what is upsetting.
I agree with you.
That only soldiers and taglines are being remembered.
Miss Lekhi,
can I answer?
Miss Lekhi, 1 sec. I want please. No, 1 second. I put it in context. Miss Lekhi. We can have an extremely Miss Lekhi. I just want to.
We do not even have a war memorial for the martyrs in this country, and this is the only country, and nothing can be more shameful.
No, Miss Lekhi.
I've been fighting over the naval ship.
Miss Lekhi, we are not talking about naval ships or the war memorial right here. The question is this.
These are
No, watch it. Please, Miss Lekhi, now listen to me, please. Listen to me. Let me establish the context of this debate, please.
Hello.
1 second.
Yeah,
Yes, Shakuntala Bhandarkar.
Miss Meenakshi. Yes, Miss Meenakshi, I would like to correct you. For once, the government of Karnataka has remembered the martyrs of Karnataka, and we have a national military memorial in Namma Bengaluru, and also we have the longest flag mast there, hoisted there on in the National Military Memorial.
Yeah,
secondly, I would also like to tell you, when you are doing it, when you are remembering the martyrs, why couldn't you focus on the development issues of their families and what are the developments you are going to do towards the defense services?
Right,
we have so many submariners who died because of lack of battery. What do you say for all these things? That is of course during the UPA government.
I come back.
Why couldn't you counter it?
watch it. Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 second. 1 minute, Miss Bhandarkar, before she replies to you, and Meenakshi Lekhi, before you reply to her, just listen, Miss Lekhi. Miss Lekhi, please listen. We have 2 other panelists on the debate. I haven't even gone across with them. Miss Lekhi, just remember one thing, please. Miss Lekhi, remember one thing. Just remember one thing.
I have been questioning their existence.
Meenakshi ji cannot continue to have a say in the entire program.
Miss Lekhi, I want to remind you of a few things. Sandeep Surjewala coming to you. Now, Miss Lekhi, remember and listen to me, and let me tell you, Miss Lekhi, if you say I'm going to walk out and all that, that's okay, but I'll make a couple of points and you listen, please.
I couldn't see the father.
One, please, Miss Lekhi, that was Maruf Raza. That was Maruf Raza who was emotional. And Maruf is a full-blooded army man. He has served the country. His record is there for him to see, and therefore when he speaks, he speaks from his heart, and he speaks with passion, and he does not make up what he says. I say today Maruf Raza speaks from his heart, and therefore you must listen to him. And the other thing is, Miss Lekhi, please remember the facts. Just hear me for a minute. 1, it was said in the context of Vikram Batra. 1. B, it was said at a rally in Himachal Pradesh, where his mother is fighting against a BJP candidate on an Aam Aadmi Party ticket in Hamirpur. So it was not a comment made in isolation, there is a context, right? Second point, Yeh Dil Maange More was said in the context.
It was with political motive.
When Vikram Batra said Yeh Dil Maange More, he did not say it for political gain.
Also came with the political motive.
When Vikram Batra said Yeh Dil Maange More,
came with the political motive. That is my question.
Miss Lekhi,
that is my question.
Miss Lekhi,
on the time of election only.
Please, Miss Lekhi, please listen here. This statement, this Dil Maange More, was not used by Mr. Modi earlier.
Don't make such false statements.
Miss Lekhi, please listen to me, please. I am now going across to Colonel Anil Kaul. The fact is, this statement was made in Palampur, a town just 64 kilometers. You check from Hamirpur, which is the constituency from where Vikram Batra's mother is fighting from. So if there is an attempt to seek political mileage from the comment, that's the charge being made here. Right, so there is a strong context to it. Modi denies it, you deny it, fine, but listen to the other side.
The political motive.
Colonel Anil Kaul wants to come into the debate. Colonel Anil Kaul, Randeep Surjewala after that, right after that.
Yeah, I like to put it in a different perspective. I'd like to get away from this line of debate totally. Captain Vikram Batra and martyrs like Colonel Thapar's son, late Vijayan Thapar, symbolize the martyrs of this country.
Absolutely.
And they are all held in high esteem, not only by people in uniform, but even outside. Why, in what context did Vikram, the late Captain Vikram Batra, Paramveer Chakra posthumous, say Yeh Dil Maange More? He said it in the context of fighting his enemies and trying to get a better result than what he had achieved that far. I've been into that kind of combat. I survived. But today, I feel that this comment by Mr. Modi leads to a bigger poser. Agar aap dil mange more, तो हम भी दिल मांगे more, Mr. Modi and the BJP. And that is OROP, National War Memorial, Pay Commission representation. हमारा भी दिल मांगे more.
Absolutely.
Is Meenakshi Lekhi willing to grant us that dil mange more in return for this comment?
I think Mr. Colonel Anil Kaul, you are completely straying away from the issue at hand. We are still on a subject and you are talking about your demands. Agreed, those are relevant, but don't stray from the subject itself. I'd like to get Randeep Singh Surjewala.
I am sorry, I am not straying from the debate.
Colonel Thapar,
word Dil Maange More has to be seen in context.
There is no trade-off.
It is not out of context.
There is no trade-off. Colonel Anil Kaul.
Captain Vikram
On a martyr's words.
Vikram Batra was
No, Colonel Anil
was a
Kaul,
soldier of
let
this
it be
country.
understood. There can be no trade-off
It is
on a
a soldier
martyr's
of the
words.
country. Don't take a negative view, Arnab.
Anil Kaul
I'm sorry.
is
Take a
talking
positive view of the
But don't have a
Do not
trade-off.
always take a negative view
Okay,
of the subject.
now Mr.
What
Surjewala.
about Mr. Farooq Abdullah?
Mr.
What about
Surjewala.
Omar Abdullah? What
No,
have
one
they gone and
second.
done?
1 second. The
What about
question.
the Kashmiri
Can I
Party? I mean,
with
there are
due
so many
respect
things
to
one can talk
Colonel-
about.
Mr. Surjewala
But you
says-
must learn to take the positive view
Mr.
and not the
Surjewala
negative
says
view.
tonight-
And Mr. Batra, I fully
Absolutely.
sympathize that you lost your
after
son.
Ms. Bhandara
You lost your
also.
son. I'm sorry for that. I fully respect Paramveer Chakra. I am a Veer Chakra myself. I fully realize, I fully understand. But let's look at a positive view. Maybe today it has
Colonel-
woken up a lot of these politicians, including
Randeep
Mr.
Singh Surjewala.
to consider what the armed forces are.
Okay, fine.
all
Colonel Kaul, I get your point. Now, please, let's get the.
Does not have the right ex-servicemen or the families of the martyrs to come into the politics.
My question.
Everybody has got the right
No,
to
they
come
have the right,
choose the field
but
of
they have
action.
to face politics
It's a
in their
democratic
own
all
country.
your grants,
Don't object. Don't
all
make
your
political
grants,
objections.
all your
Don't make
benefits
political
come out of
objections.
politics.
That is the
They come
fact.
out of parliament. They come out of
Colonel Anil Kaul, I request you now, do not ever have a trade-off on the subject. Out of respect for Colonel Vikram
sorry,
Batra, I
there is
respect
no
you a lot.
trade-off.
No, we will not have a trade-off on the subject.
I do not agree
Now my
with
question
this.
is,
There is
1
no
minute.
trade-off.
And firstly, don't have a trade-off on the subject. What Captain Vikram Batra said and did for the country has to be respected. Anything said on the show has to have the red line of respect for Captain Vikram Batra. My question is to Randeep Surjewala. My question is to Randeep Surjewala. Randeep Surjewala says that he has denigrated the memory of a martyr. The question will be put to you, sir. What is your standpoint? What did you do? I remember on this program, Randeep Surjewala, we did 4 or 5 debates and programs on Captain Saurabh Kalia. I want to ask you today, right? The family of the martyr has a right to object to what Meenakshi Lekhi says and object to what Narendra Modi says. What about the Congress party? Even when you were goaded and pushed on the issue of Captain Saurabh Kalia and fighting for him, when a family said, go fight for me, your government did absolutely nothing. Salman Khurshid did nothing. And I don't even want to say, but I must say the Prime Minister of India did absolutely nothing. So when you take a position today, you take it from purely the view of political advantage. You don't do it genuinely.
Arnab, let me begin by first saluting father of Vikram Batra, who is on this channel. Sir, we salute you and spirit of your family. What has happened and transpired,
thank you. Thank
Mr.
you, sir.
Modi in this election is either known for his childish remarks or for denigrating his opposition. But he has crossed the final line when he tried to politically usurp the memory of a martyr. Doesn't matter that his mother is contesting from a political party, she has every right. And Arnab, I want to tell your viewers today that Mr. Modi, in case of honoring the soldiers of this country, is a habitual offender. As early as 2 months back on 27th of February 2014, while addressing traders, a meeting of traders, this is what he says, and I just want to quote one line. He says, more than our soldiers, it is our traders who are known for their risk.
Mr. Kaul, are you there? 1 minute. Mr. G G Bakshi and Anil Kaul, I want to ask you there today. Did I ask you to come into the debate at this point? 1 minute, please. Mr. G G Bakshi and Colonel Anil Kaul. Why are you?
When Mr. Narendra Modi questions the risk-taking
are you there? 1 second, both of you. 1 second. Now please listen to me.
Nothing more
stop and let Randeep Surjewala
and
continue.
there can be nothing more denigrating and derogatory. What Mr. Narendra Modi did today, repeated his 27th February 2014 statement where he feels that our soldiers do not take risks. I want to tell Mr. Modi today, and I want to tell
you didn't answer my question on Saurabh Kalia,
whom we respect a lot,
you didn't
when
answer.
she says that the family of Captain Batra is today encashing his memory, when Meenakshi ji today says it's a trap, when Meenakshi ji today turns around and tells that his mother should have joined BJP, I think we are belittling the memory of
I want you to explain that comment.
Country.
No, I want you to, by the way, one second. Mr. Surjewala, you had your say.
So any amount of politics or one-upmanship, Meenakshi ji should ever make us do that ever.
1 second, now I'm letting, 1 second, you please listen to me. I'm letting Colonel V.N. Thapar in, please. Colonel V.N. Thapar is responding.
It's not a
Only Captain Colonel V.N. Thapar. Colonel V.N. Thapar.
February 2014.
I just don't want to respond to Mr. Surjewala at all.
Do you agree?
Mr. Colonel Thapar is responding, please.
That soldiers do not
I
have...
don't
Mr.
want to
Surjewala,
respond
minute,
to Mr.
please.
Surjewala at all.
Will you answer? Will you?
I just don't want to respond to him. Or I just want to make a submission
or not
to everyone. Okay, and my very small submission is, there is not the death alone in the battlefield that or elsewhere that makes a martyr. It is the cause for which he dies. He dies for this country. Do you know what Manoj Pandey has said?
Absolutely.
He said India is an idea worth dying for. We are not dying for a region. We are not dying for a religion. We are not dying for a language. We are not dying for a political party. And all the political parties have stooped so low today that they will not leave anything which can give them any political advantage. I will only request you that as a nation, as political entities, kindly keep the army and more particularly the martyrs out of it. The martyrs have been insulted time and again.
Absolutely.
So, Colonel Thapar, 1 second. Colonel Thapar, can I ask you here? 1 second. Colonel Thapar, 1 second, GD Bakshi, please. Mr. Bakshi, please listen. Calm down.
General Bakshi.
The question is, General Bakshi, please. Usually, you why don't you understand here? You see, I am not talking here of a comment that is made elsewhere. Colonel Thapar knows this comment. Colonel Thapar is made in a political speech, in a political situation, in a particular state, in a place close to...
At least he has remembered, the martyrs. At least he has remembered the martyrs. How many of the congressmen have remembered the martyrs of the Aam Aadmi Party?
But is it necessary to do that? Is it necessary? The question asked.
Pay respect.
The question asked tonight is it necessary to do that in a political context? Is it possible to fight an election? Is it possible to fight an election? Colonel Anil Kaul, is it possible to fight an election without dragging martyrs into it? And especially when they are in an adversarial situation.
Of course.
And Meenakshi Lekhi,
their guiding spirit helps.
Meenakshi Lekhi, my question to you is,
if their guiding spirit helps,
so
if their guiding spirit helps
the manner in
the
which
country
BJP
to understand that you are looking for excellence,
If
you are looking for unity, you are looking for better status, then why not?
I have a few questions for Ms. Lekhi.
If you are going to pay respect, I do not mind.
General Bakshi, a minute. You appropriate a certain comment and use it in the context of a political drive. You see, the question
into action.
I would ask anybody should use that comment and remember Vikram Batra on daily basis. Is that not the fight all about?
So, Miss,
is the fight not all about that?
You know, Miss Lekhi.
You're again inviting him. I won't accept
Miss Lekhi,
What can I come
you should
in?
question Mr. A.K. Anthony. When soldiers' heads were brought, he said,
Can I just 1 second? I just want to ask Ms. Lekhi a couple of questions, please, if you remain quiet just for a minute. The question is, Ms. Lekhi, the question is, there is no record of this slogan being used on a daily basis. You say use this on a daily basis, use it all the time. I want you tonight, Ms. Lekhi, to tell me one instance in this entire general election. 1 minute. One instance in this entire general election campaign Tell me once when this statement has been used. Give me once when it has been used. Except in the martyr's own constituency in his own state.
Because
and on a park which is named after him.
And in a park which is named after him.
September 2013.
That's right.
13 September 2013, when the elections were not even held or rallies were not even held, the first rally which Mr. Modi held as a prime ministerial candidate was for ex-servicemen, and he spoke in great details about his...
I want to ask you, therefore, I know when that rally was held on the 16th of February. On the 16th of February, Meenakshi Lekhi, if you listen, it will be good. If you listen, it will be good. My question to you, therefore, is very simple.
And
I'm sorry you are not able to defend your
Miss Lekhi,
when she said...
Miss Lekhi, listen to the question.
A memorial has been made in Karnataka.
Miss Lekhi, do you not want to answer the question tonight? I think you should answer the question. My question is very simple.
Whichever area, if I travel to Amethi,
Miss Lekhi, answer the question.
I went to the martyr's home.
Miss Lekhi, there is a second follow-up question. I understood your answer to the first one. My second follow-up question is very simple. Miss Lekhi, my second follow-up question is very simple. Very simple. Now it's very simple. Listen to the question. It's very important you answer this one. It's very important. This is a very important question. You must answer. 1 second. Miss Lekhi must answer the second question. 1 second, Mr. Nayak. Please, Mr. Nayak, for a minute. Please, just a minute. I have one question to ask Meenakshi Lekhi. Please be quiet. And then this will answer everything, right? Miss Lekhi, answer this question.
You need to give me time after this.
Yes, Miss Lekhi, please remember this question. 1 second. The question is simple. On the 16th of February, when the rally was held in Hamirpur, Kamal Kant Batra, Captain Batra's mother, had not been announced as an Aam Aadmi Party candidate. Was the Dil Maange More slogan used at that time?
May not have been.
That's the answer. So when she is announced, you use the slogan. What does that tell you?
Let me come in here.
What does that tell you? Okay, quick last word.
Jog your memory.
Quick last words.
I want to jog your memory.
If I'm traveling to Lucknow, I will remember the local leaders in Lucknow.
That's it. No, 1 second.
I will remember the slain soldier who came.
Was it used? So it was used only after the Aam Aadmi Party put up the martyr's mother as on an Aam Aadmi Party ticket. What does that reveal?
And I think I would request that we be allowed to have a say. Mr. Batra or Mrs. Batra would not have taken objection to.
I think I will only say this. Let no martyr ever be used. Let the martyrs and the army men, let them be kept out of the campaign. They do not need to be brought into an election. This election is now getting into an arena where I think the army, General Bakshi, please. General Bakshi, now 1 second. I am saying let the army be kept out of it once and for all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that debate.